Hello everybody, welcome to Virtual School Physics is Fun. This is Puan Liao speaking. Well, today I'm going to teach you the differences between microscope and telescope. These two optical devices use two convex lenses. One of the convex lens is called the objective lens. The other one is called eyepiece. Objective lens is the lens that is placed near to the object, whereas eyepiece is the lens that is placed near to the eye of the observer. So both optical devices use the same name. But these two convex lenses for telescope and microscope, they are different. The first difference is, now in telescope, let's look at telescope first. The structure of telescope is built in such that the objective lens and the eyepiece must be placed at the distance exactly FO plus FE, where FO is the focal length of the objective lens and the FE is the focal length of the eyepiece. So it's exactly FO plus FE. As compared to microscope, the distance between these two lenses is more than FO plus FE. So this is the first difference between them. Alright, so from here we can see that F, capital F means focal point. Focal point of objective lens of microscope and the focal point of the eyepiece of microscope is apart. Yeah, they are not on the same point, they are apart. But for telescope, the focal point of the objective lens and the focal point of the eyepiece fall on the same point. Right? Now, the second difference between them is magnification of telescope is FO over FE. We know that M is magnification, and magnification must be more than 1. Therefore, FO must be longer than FE for telescope. But microscope is the reverse. Microscope, the FO is shorter than FE. Okay? Then the third difference is power. We know that power equals to 1 over focal length. Therefore, power of the telescope, of the objective lens of telescope is less than the power of the eyepiece. Again, microscope is the reverse. Power of the objective lens is higher than the power of eyepiece. So you see, by remembering one fact here, it leads us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 information. Okay, so it's worth remembering this one fact, which leads us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just remembering one, we will know 5. Okay, now the fifth difference between telescope and microscope is the diameter. Diameter of objective lens is longer than diameter of eyepiece for telescope. But for microscope, again, it is the reverse. Diameter of objective lens is shorter than the diameter of eyepiece. Now, diameter means the size of the lens. Bigger diameter means bigger lens. So, telescope, the diameter of objective lens is bigger than the eyepiece. Why must it be like that? We know that telescope is used to view object that is very, very far away, distant object. For example, planets, stars. Right? So distance object, light from this object which come from very, very far, by the time they reach the objective lens, the light would have been very, very weak. Therefore, objective lens has to be bigger so that more light from the distant objects enter the objective lens, and therefore the image will be brighter. But for microscope, we don't need to do that because microscope can always be placed near to near to a window that allows light from outside to enter to the microscope. Or we can install a bulb to brighten up the object. Okay? All right, now let's look at more differences. Telescope is used to view object that is very far away. So this object is equals, the object distance is equals to infinity. This is our case number 1 for convex lens. What do you mean by case number 1? If you want to know more about this case number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, please refer to my video on image characteristics of objective lens. Okay, so case number 1, u equals to infinity. So the image is real, inverted, and diminished. Why diminish? Oh, because objects for telescope is planet, stars. These are huge objects. So in order to see them as whole, we have to make their size smaller first so that we can see the whole planet. All right, then only it is magnified by the eyepiece. Okay, so the image of the objective lens becomes the object to the eyepiece, and the image of the objective lens is at the u equals to focal point of the eyepiece. So this is case number 4. So case number 4, image is formed at infinity, and large image is formed at infinity. Now, what about microscope? For microscope, the slide that the microorganism is placed is at u more than f or less than 2f. It's between f and more than f and less than 2f, which is case number 3. So from case number 3, we know that the image is real, inverted, and magnified. So first time the object has been magnified. And this image becomes the object of the eyepiece. And this second object is placed at u less than f. Okay, so the distance between the two lenses is adjusted so that u is less than f, which is u less than f is case number 5. We know that case number 5, the eyepiece acts as a magnifying glass. So the image is magnified. It's virtual, upright, magnified. It's upright, you see the object and the image is of the same orientation, so it's upright. So this is the second time it is magnified. So from here, we know that the magnification of microscope is the product of magnification of the objective lens and the magnification of the eyepiece. Okay, so the magnification of microscope is the product of magnification of objective lens and the magnification of eyepiece. These two multiply. Okay, so that's all about my tips. So I hope these tips will help you to remember the differences between microscope and telescope clearly and easily. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Bye bye.